Today we are going to learn how to make a super simple tote bag. These are small and would be perfect for children. So to make this bag, you need 2 pieces of rectangle fabric that are the same size, and I am using 2 pieces that are 12 by 22 inches. One piece will be for the outside of the bag, and the other piece will be the interior of the bag. As you can see, I am using non-directional fabric. So no matter how I turn the fabric that will be on the outside of the bag, it will not look upside down. If you are using a fabric that has lines in it or squares or some type of design that may look upside down, then you may have to sew 2 pieces of fabric together instead of using the one. I am also using, as you can see in the picture on the right-hand side, I'm using fabric to make my straps. I have 2 pieces of fabric to make the straps that are rectangles, and they measure 4 by 18 inches. To begin, we will take the fabric that we will be using on the exterior of our bag and fold it in half with the right sides together. The fold will be the bottom of the bag. Now for this bag, we are going to box the bottom corners of the bag. This just helps it make it stand up more like a bag. So to do so, at the bottom of the fold, I will mark 1/2 inch from the bottom and 1 inch over from the side. I'll do this on both sides of my fabric and cut it out. As you can see on this second picture where the red arrows are, that is the spaces that have been cut out that will form the boxing. I will now do the same thing for the interior liner of the bag to make it form with the exterior. Next, we're going to sew the 2 side seams using a 1/2 inch seam allowance, and we will do the same thing for the lining. Next, we will press the side seams open, like the picture in the right, on both the outside piece and the fabric of the liner. To box the corners, you will grab the fabric from the sides and pull it apart. You'll place the seam in the center and arrange so that the cut out section is flat. It will look like a triangle as you see on the left hand side picture. We will then sew along the cut edge with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Do this for all 4 corners, the 2 on the outside fabric and the 2 on the liner. To finish the boxing, you will then trim the seam allowance to 1/4 inch. Now let's work on the handles for the bag. First, you'll take your fabric and fold it in half lengthwise with the wrong sides touching. Press them with your iron. And you will open it, take one raw edge and fold it to the center, then press again. You'll do the same for both sides. Then fold in half one more time and press again. You'll then sew your strap. You will stitch it with 1/8 inch seam allowance on both sides for both straps. Press one more time to set the stitches and remove any wrinkles from the straps. To attach your handles to your bag, like the center picture, with a ruler, mark 2 inches from the seam on both sides of the bag. So you will start at the edge of your bag, measure in 2 inches, and mark it. That is where your outside of your strap will rest. Lay the strap on your bag with the raw edges touching and pin it. Make sure the strap is not twisted. Repeat on the other side. You're now ready to sew the straps in place with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Now we will put our bag together. We will take the main fabric right side out and the liner wrong side out. Place the main bag inside the lining with the straps in and align the top edge, as you can see in the picture on the left. Pin in place all the way around the top. You can also see this in the picture on the right, how I've pinned those both in place. We're now ready to sew. You'll stitch all the way around except for a place to turn the bag. Ideally, that place would be between the two handles on one side. We will stitch all the way around with a 3/8 inch seam allowance. You can now turn the bag right side out through your opening. To finish your bag, you will press along the inside liner to make sure the outside and inside liner are matching up and flat. And then you will sew along the top edge with an 1/8 of an inch seam allowance, closing up the opening where you turned your bag.